All right, Andrew, let me blow your mind with this one, right? From Runic Dice's Entertainment, we have an internship looking for a pixel artist, game development, right? Working hours, they don't even know what they want. Salary, they know what they want for the salary. They know it's a non-paid internship, right? They know that for sure, anyone, yeah. Right? Let me blow your mind with this. This is the first time I've ever seen this before, right?
Okay.
This is the first time I've seen an interview process for an unpaid gig that requires an unpaid test.
Where's my money? You gonna give me my money? Where's my money, man?
As well.
Your
step is that?
So let's go through it together, all right? Step 1, application review. So they look at your resume, portfolio, the usual crap, right? Step 2, skills assessment task. You'll complete a short trial task that allows you to showcase your skills in a real-world context. Instructions and resources will be provided with 5 days allowed for completion.
That's a week's worth gone.
This, to me, screams they're going to steal your fucking work and just forget about you. You're going to get ghosted. Like, this is so red flaggy already.
Even if they don't steal it, you're still wasting 5 days.
Yeah.
And what's the point of wasted work?
What's the point of the resume and portfolio, right? Like this, why do they need to see this if they're going to make you do this anyway? Fucking bunch of bullshit. Anyway, step 3, task review and feedback. Our team will evaluate your submission, assessing technical skills, creativity, and fit with our project style. Feedback or clarification requests may follow. Wow. So they might even get you to tweak and do more work. This is nuts. Step 4, interview and task presentation. Wow, take the skill. Now the interview. Why couldn't the interview be first? No, the skills are test. So they have to do the skills first and then an interview. Okay?
So much wastage.
In addition to discussing your background, skills, and creative approach, you will present the work you completed for the assessment task. We'll use this to discuss your process and how your approach aligns with NanoKing's project goals. And step 5, offer and onboarding. You'll receive an offer, begin onboarding, and join regular meetings. Oh, great. I can't wait to join your regular meetings and get paid $0.
Your 6 a.m. stand-ups for no reason.
I'm so excited, right? Yeah. What a bunch of bullshit. Absolute crap. Runic dice, fucking putrid dice, fucking ruined dice, fucking
Runic dice.
Yeah, Runic dice. Fucking, this studio sucks. You fucking suck. Get off fucking LinkedIn. You're gonna fail because you're fucking... Alright, this one's a bit of a curious one. I'm not sure if it's necessarily a problem, but I'm curious to know what you guys think and what you think, Andrew. So we got a job by Mercor, I think that's how you say it, 3D artist in the United States. And this one's written by Sumi De, or D. Not sure. Head of sourcing. The thing that's interesting about this is the requirements, right? So we have some pretty standard ones like educational work experience beyond the following: bachelor's of fine arts, blah, 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 who cares? Or 2 years of work experience either as an employee or a freelancer, who cares? Or 3 years work experience either as an employee or, okay, whatever, same shit, right?
Yeah.
We have here AAA games at a top 15 game studio, including Rockstar Games, Ubisoft, Insomnia Games, etc. Wow, so they require, I've never seen that before. They require you to have worked at a, quote, top 15 game studio. Like I bet this place is a top 15 game studio. Fucking cocky bastards thinking they can put themselves in the same boat, right? But
it's a bit of a tall
isn't that, yeah, that's a weird requirement.
But
and then
it definitely limits their people who can apply.
Yeah.
Because if you've never worked at a studio that large, then you can forget it.
Yeah. And then another one. Feature films at a top 15 animation studio, including DreamWorks or Pixar. Yeah, I find it interesting, though, that they put the years of requirements at 3 years.
Yeah.
Most people who have 3 years experience haven't worked at Rockstar or fucking Ubisoft.
They'll be at their first startup still.
This is like, I swear this point is like gaslighting you into thinking that they don't want to say they require 10 years because or else they think they look like jerks.
Yeah.
Right? Especially, see, they didn't use the word senior.
Oh, see?
Just 3D artist.
That's right.
No senior 3D artist. But they really want a senior at 3D artist rates, not senior 3D rates. They want a junior / 3 years. That's what you would consider. They would say, oh, but we're looking for 3+ years. That's sort of like junior to mid-level. But yeah, we have to work at Ubisoft, so you're probably a senior.
Yeah, and if
so
you work
get a
at
senior
Ubisoft,
rates at
the
junior
chances
rate.
are you're going to be working at a AAA company for a while.
What happens if I apply? Oh, we
I
got
love it
we
when
got a
we
unique
apply.
website, right? Oh, yeah, okay. Hourly rate, 24 to 60 an
so
hour.
where was that in LinkedIn?
24 to 60.
Where was that?
Now, yeah, let's do something interesting.
2 seconds later.
All right, let's do some math. So, with this job, how much do you think they're going to pay you? If it's 24 to 60 an hour, do you seriously think they're going to give you the 60 an hour?
No, they're always going to lowball you. Everyone should know that.
So what
that
do you
follows
think-
us on YouTube?
What do you think they would actually offer into the day?
24.
You think there'll be someone that's desperate enough to
Yeah.
take it, you reckon?
Definitely.
Yeah. All right, so 24 an hour, right?
Yeah.
Times that by 8 hours a day, right?
Yeah.
And then you times that by 5 days a week,
Yeah.
right? And then you times that by 52 to get the year,
Yeah.
right?
And it's really 48, but
So
Yeah.
50K, let's round up to 50K.
yeah.
So they're paying 50K, right? For an ex AAA studio person, right? If we look on Glassdoor,
That's
right?
the lower bound, by the way.
Yeah, this is the lower bound. But we can assume, okay, let's be fair. Let's assume the lower bound for the other AAA company as well, right? Rockstar Games 3D artists, right? The lowest it can possibly be is 63K. So they want someone with this experience, but they want to pay them less.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Doesn't that make no sense? We got a job by QD Staff looking for a mobile game 2D animator based in Las Vegas at a pay of 65K a year to 110K a year.
Yep.
Right.
Sounds cool.
But the thing that's strange about this post is if we look at its qualifications, right? You got your standard degree, diploma, blah, 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 right? Read this, Andrew. Years of work experience
Commensurate.
commensurate sorry, with job level, right? Roughly junior, 0 to 2 years. Fair enough. Mid, 3 to 10 years.
Senior, 5 years.
Yeah, and
So
then-
you
and
could
then-
be a senior before you become mid.
Yeah, how does that make any sense? Is it literally a mistake, or is it just they think that being a mid, like if you've got 9 years experience, I don't consider that a mid. I don't think anyone would consider that a mid.
9 years of experience, you're mid. 10 years of experience, sorry, 5 to 9 years, you're senior. Once you hit 10, you're back to mid.
Back to me, that's a good point.
I think it's just a typo, really.
Yeah, I think it's just a mistake. But yeah, I like this is one of those situations where you would never see ChatGPT tripping over themselves and making this mistake. This has got the stink of humanity all over it, right?
It's
this
a
is
human
the human problem, right?
This is something that GPT needs to solve,
Yeah.
right? You know. Yeah.
So yeah, at least they're not using chat. Well, actually, oh my god, I forgot the whole point of this job post. This is what's even funnier, right? Let's read the desired skills and experience,
Really.
right? Visual effect, VFX, particle effect, particle system, particle effects.
So you can't be good at one, just be good at more.
Yeah, but this is the better one. After Effects, After Effects, After Effects,
Oh,
and then
what's
After Effect.
What's this part?
And then there's just a bunch of numbers.
Yeah, are you experienced in 21-00157 or no, I only have a few years of experience in 24-000329.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got experience in 23-00222.
Damn.
Yeah, so
That's- who
I
else does that?
I know one of my mates has experience in 25-0037 as well. So you got to watch out for him. He might get the
Yeah,
job.
yeah. I
Then
wonder
you got
if he's-
animator twice, right? Like clearly, like this. You know what's unique? This is a different problem compared to like this.
And then
At
there's
least they're all
animator
different.
again.
Oh, actually, this is the third animator.
I'm sure there's even more.
Actually, that's a unique mistake, even to this unique mistake. Because this is like they accidentally put it twice, but this mistake is they forgot they've already put it in and they put it in again. So it's
ridiculous.
It's a complete, and then got animated.
Yeah, I feel like this is really for search engine optimization.
Oh
That-
yeah,
that's
like
what- that's what-
hashtags. It's LinkedIn hashtags.
Yeah, this is just to help like the crawlers on Google to find this post faster and stuff.
You got
But-
class 1 in Roman numerals, and then you have class 1 numerically.
yeah, these are just keywords to
Oh
help
my God.
boost the search engine optimization. But that's a waste of space.
This
though.
person's drunk. You can tell they're in Las Vegas because they're drunk and they're on those slot machines,
Drunk.
mate. They're on those
Yeah,
slot
well, it's all
machines.
gambling. Looks like a gambling thing because I saw poker.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all
I
that
saw
stuff, but-
blackjack and
yeah.
slots and stuff in casinos. So yeah. This isn't the first time I've seen this before, by the same guy as well, Shane B, right? Like, this is absolutely mental. Let's read this, right? About the job, RevShare, disclaimer. There is no initial salary until funding is secured. We will guarantee revenue share at the minimum for compensation, but the goal is to provide salary in the upcoming months. We are optimistic about funding as roughly half of our team brings AAA industry experience, enhancing our prospects for funding.
Where's the money? Yeah, you like that? That feel good? That feel good?
I've seen this before. This is not the first time. Let's check. You know, if I go into the company, Bode Software, posts. Yeah, here we go. See, 4 months ago, we are hiring a new senior Unreal Engine gameplay developer. Wait, hold on, Andrew. This is the guy that wants a senior for no money. I swear there was a segment we did in one of our LinkedIn videos. He wants a senior for no money.
He rings a bell.
Yeah. This is, and then here we go. 4 months ago, we were looking for a level designer, and then they're looking for a senior gameplay developer.
It's just never gonna end. Like the next few months, the same thing would happen with a new post. And
Yeah,
it's just going
it's
to be
just-
like, revenue share. It's a revenue share as well. It's not like they're going to give you salary yet, and they can't do initial salary until funding is secured. So when are they they're not even saying when they're going to get the funding secured. They're going to say they're optimistic about funding.
Yeah,
But still,
in the
no-
upcoming months. It's been
months.
4. It's been 4 months. What month are we talking about
So
here, Shane?
why wasn't it set? Why wasn't it solved months ago so people can get paid as they do the work?
You know
like
why?
a normal job.
You know why? Because you know what his last name is? Bullshit. Shane Bullshit. Because he's a bullshit artist. He's a liar and he's a manipulator, right? He calls himself an entrepreneur. That's proof enough that he's got a big ego and that he's full of shit.
It's a lot of
an
twisting.
entrepreneur. Yeah, I'm sure
gotta
you
read,
are.
You got to read between the lines with the RevShare stuff. There's a lot of twisting going on, a lot of gaslighting.
You got till 5 o'clock. You hear me? You got till 5 o'clock.
All right, a job by Skynet Games. Terminator's coming. They're looking for a senior QA tester. Well, these are some senior rates. 45k an hour to 55k an hour. Damn, Glenn Egan, man, legend. This is the type of pay that QA people should be getting.
This is also the type of pay that increases inflation by a lot. And also, if you ever get this job, all you got to do is work up till lunchtime and you're set for the year.
Oh yeah, and you want to get a brand new mansion? Just a couple of days of work.
Exactly.
Brand new mansion, all the way in Malibu or whatever.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
Put
But
up
yeah,
with the micromanaging here. This is where you could be okay with that.
what a generous person. Glenn
Yeah,
Egan,
Totally.
most generous person on LinkedIn. Thank you. All right, we got a regular post by Haley Rajas. And they're going to be talking about Electronic Arts. I don't think they work at Electronic Arts. They do Indie Game Academy. I've heard of that before. So they say EA has just mandated a full return to office policy with a face of, huh? Remote work is in danger. Any person who is against remote work is against the millions of people dependent on it to survive. Then they got the baby bottle emoji. Remote work helps single mothers, fathers, and parents unable to afford the cost of daycare, the means to watch over a child. What do you think, Andrew?
Well, they're not wrong.
Daycare is a fucking expensive thing, and it's always weird that people go to work and they work bloody hard just to give all their money to daycare anyway. Like, it's sort of like, what's the point? You might as well just stay home with the kid at that rate. But what do you reckon, guys? Do you reckon EA are just sick of people? Like, they're realizing people aren't like are being lazy and getting away with shit? Or do you think EA is just greedy and just wants everyone back just so they can micromanage them? What's your thoughts in the comments? I'm curious.
My opinion, though, is that EA has probably collected some data that some of their workforce is lazy.
Yeah, and they're punishing
saying,
everyone.
And they're saying 80% of the people who are working remotely are the lazy ones, or I don't know, some large majority.
Sure.
And they probably know that the 20% of people who are working remotely but doing the right thing, they're the ones that are going to get screwed over. They're the ones that are going to have to go to the office, and their productivity is going to go down because they're going to be commuting, and they probably are.
The commuting is. I'm actually sort of on this person's side a little bit. Like, I hate commuting. It's a waste of, like, at least if you're taking the train and you got buses and even just the train, it's like a waste of 2 hours a day at the bare minimum, because you're going to factor in the walking And it's like it's just a bunch of crap.
I can already tell they don't have a remote work problem. They have a productivity problem with people.
She calls it a quiet layoff. Interesting. That's the thing, though. I don't think it is a layoff because the people who are desperate enough, they're not going to quit. They need the money. So it's not, I don't really think it's a layoff.
They'll just deal with it.
Yeah, they'll just have to deal with it, you know, like they'll have to suck it up and just follow through, you know. But yeah, and then we got this other post, and this one's really interesting. So we got a guy called Naresh Hirani, who's the studio head. He's the studio head of Riot Games Sydney, I believe. He says applications for the Riot Games Sydney internship just closed, and we received nearly 1,400 submissions. An incredible response.
Ooh, 1,400.
Incredible for him, not incredible for us. Like, this is scary, man.
Yeah,
1,400 people going for the job. This is lottery odds. We're
getting lottery territory now.
We're running into lottery territory. You're right. He says the applicant pool is one of the most diverse we've seen. Students, graduates from TAFEs universities and self-taught backgrounds, all from different walks of life.
Yeah, when you have 1,400 submissions, the chances are that you are going to get an even spread of different kinds of qualifications and stuff.
Yeah.
Because the more people you add, the more different skill sets you're going to be looking at.
That being said, though, I've seen companies not even that are Riot Games that can pull numbers in the high hundreds, even close to thousands, even just for freelance work as well. So, yeah, it's a bit scary to think about. This is so weird, right? So I was recording for two different companies. There's the Atlantic Gladiators, and then there's another place called Sherlocked, right? So in the video, we look at the fact that for the Sherlocked one, right, they're offering an internship, right? But the problem with it, right, is if I skip down, it says it's paid, but they're offering you 450 euros compensation per month plus travel costs, right? So I thought this was super sus. So what I did is, you can see at the end, I made a report. See, you can see I report this job. I'm sorry I'm showing this and not the voice because I lost the voice recordings. But so I wrote that it's spam or scam, I believe, or did I pick the bottom one? Oh yeah, I must have clicked this. I think it's an illegal good or service. Here I say clicked submit. Now, interestingly enough, and I did this for the other company as well. They were doing like an unpaid thing, which I thought was sus as fuck. So every time I try to click the link, right, there is no, like, the job post got removed. Like, if I click here, this is the Sherlocked one. The Sherlocked link, it just refers me. And initially we thought it was the fact that I made a report. And because I made a report, that it doesn't show you the job. But I just had Andrew check on his LinkedIn account.
Yeah, it's not there either.
The job post isn't there either for both of these.
It's gone.
It's gone.
So something happened. Like
LinkedIn actually looked at it and removed it.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's a temporary
the
removal
only- yeah,
or if it's going to go through a review process or something.
There's no way you make one report and they just instantly remove it. Like people can just grief. That's griefing.
And we haven't got any notification through an email saying, hey,
No.
we reviewed this post and it didn't follow their community guidelines or whatever. Like nothing. It's just gone.
Yeah, they just got it. I sort of wish I could. I'm a bit upset that I lost the recordings of this, like our voices, because I didn't have the mic turned on. But these guys bragged so much about how they're an award-winning
We even
thing.
looked up the minimum wage in Amsterdam.
Yeah, we looked at the
video
minimum.
and
So
stuff.
yeah, they're offering
We're
$4.50
off
per
a tangent
month,
there.
and yeah, we looked at the minimum wage, which is more than double that. So yeah, it's just here we go. See, for a 17-year-old, it's 788 per month, and they're offering 450 euros per month compensation. I think that's illegal, but yeah, point is fucking crap. And then there's the Atlanta one as well, which this one is just as funny, honestly. They're offering no money, right? But they're pretty much getting you to do work. This is the one that's
The ridiculous requirements.
yeah, they have ridiculous requirements, but they have here, we are an equal opportunity employer. How can you call yourself an equal opportunity employer if you don't even pay?
When there's no opportunity.
There's no opportunity to get paid, yeah? And then, so I'm looking at their graphic design intern. I then click into their mascot intern one, which is even more ridiculous, right? We have here, must be able to work flexible hours, including evenings, weekends, and holidays. For a non-paid position, that's pretty fucking wrong, isn't it? That they're just able
they
to
can
make these
demand
demands.
as much as they want, and then like they're just never going to be bound by law to uphold that.
Yeah.
because they can get sued if they try to enforce it.
Exactly.
It's just they're putting themselves in a really bad position.
So yeah, I also reported this for the same thing, and the post is gone.
Yeah, it didn't. We even chose a different option, and it still went. So
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there. Like, if one got reported for one thing, and then another post gets reported with another option, like, how does that change anything?
I wish LinkedIn would have told me. Maybe they'll get a notification later or something. I wish they would have told me, but
Could be within an
this,
hour. Or
this
something,
might be
but-
the first fucking positive thing that I say about LinkedIn. Got something to expose? Call the Spillato Bros.